What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from Hop Butcher for the World, and they're out of Chicago, Illinois, and this is their Wurlitzer. So they're calling this one a Sabro and Hallertau Mittelfruh-hopped Hefeweizen. Comes in at 5% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed. Time of review. And this can is approximately 6 weeks old. I want to give a huge thanks and shout out once again to Hop Butcher for this beer, so big thanks to them. In the description box, I'll post a link to the beer mail video I did that contains all the goodies they hooked me up with. And this time around, they hooked me up with a lot of unique beers, but also beers that you can only get exclusively at their tap room / retail store. So they just opened up their new brewery in Chicago. They have a tap room, they have a retail store, and they've done some exclusive releases, and I believe this is one of those releases. So really cool. They sent an exclusive beer. They actually, I think, something like 4 of them, and even better is a lot of these exclusive beers are styles that they just don't do. There's a Saison, there's this, they have an extra pale ale, they have a Italian style Pilsner. I think they also released like an English ESB. They didn't send that one this way, but like it's awesome. So let's see what Hop Butcher does with a German style Hefeweizen. Like, I'm curious to see how this, and they put Sabro in here. They're going for a little bit of pina colada, maybe their take. They are called Hop Butcher, so you know they do some interesting things with beer. So I'm curious to see how this one works out. We're gonna leave the stuff at the end a little bit, see if there's a little bit that I can shake up and throw in. But oh, I can smell like banana from here. Like definitely Hefeweizen through and through. So yeah, that has that. It looks like a New England style IPA. Hefeweizen, the OG New England style IPAs from an appearance standpoint. Anyway, yeah, that looks murky, turbid, has like a big orange kind of glow to the bottom as it goes further up, turns into more like a yellowish golden color. Had about a finger of a bright white, creamy looking head that is now dissipated to about a half finger. But yeah, that looks like a Hefeweizen of some sort. Let's get a nose. Yeah, there's banana. It's like overripe. Okay, I'm gonna say this right now. I've never looked at the tasting notes anymore until the end of the review, right? I'm going to say, they say something about banana on the can. I'm going to say ripe banana. That's going to be my guess. Because it smells like ripe to overripened bananas. There's a nice like phenolic clovey thing going on from the yeast as well. So you get the estery banana, the phenolic clove. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for at Hefeweizen. There's a nice kind of crisp wheat sensation. A touch of that, I mean, I'm getting a little bit of coconut from the Sabro. Very, very small. I mean, it's not giving me like, pina colada vibes. I said they're going for pina colada, but maybe they're going for like coconut and banana more so, obviously, than coconut and pineapple. But it's adding another dimension to the Hefeweizen base that's kind of different. A little bit of like a bubblegum too, ester. Smells sweet, but like not overly, like it's not going to be cloying or anything. It's a Hefeweizen, right? Yeah, it smells pretty good. Let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. Thanks again, Hop Butcher. Yeah, it's a well-done Hefeweizen with a hint of coconut. That's what I'm getting from this. So it's nice enough that the base Hefeweizen is there, but then that Sabro influence is giving me like a little bit of a coconut. And it's kind of like, I don't know, like banana pudding with like a shaved coconut on it or something. Body in this one, straight up medium body, really nice. The mouthfeel, it's soft, it's smooth, it's creamy. It has decent carbonation, like it's approaching moderate, but on the back end, really soft, smooth, and creamy. It just kind of softens out as it passes through the palate. The taste, this is not overly complex. Tip of the tongue, I get a little bit of that coconut from the Sabro. It dives right underneath. And then I get waves of like banana pudding, but not super sweet. It has, a nice overripened banana. There's a little bit of like a vanilla tinge, vanilla wafer, something like that. And then midway through the palate, the clove comes in from the yeast and kind of stops everything dead in its tracks. As it continues on the back, the palate bitters out a little bit. This has like a mild to moderate bitterness, like right smack dab in the middle. This has a semi-dry finish on top of that. Not overly sweet, but this is not overly complex. I mean, Hefeweizens typically aren't. But this is a super drinkable wheat beer. And if you like German Hefeweizens, whether the authentic from Germany or a German style from one of your favorite local U.S. breweries, I think you would appreciate this one. Now, the question is, if you don't like coconut, would you like this one? I think you could probably get by that. If you really hate coconut, I don't know, because I'm not, again, it's not a huge coconut character from the Sabro. It just has a little like shredded coconut vibe to it. Very minute, maybe makes up like 5% of the characteristics of this beer, but it's the first thing I noticed on the palate, right? As I keep on sipping it, a little bit of like a bubblegum ester hits as well. A touch of like a lemon, maybe like a lemon pith. 5% goes down relatively quickly. It's going to go down super quickly, but easily as well. Yeah, I don't think we had all the goodies at the bottom. No, not like a typical, you know, all the yeast sediment and whatnot. Yeah, it's not amazing, but like for Hop Butcher, known for their hop forward beers, known for their big pastry stouts, they did a pretty good job with this one. So I'm not going to go crazy high on this one or anything. I think it's just well made. I love the Sabro influence, and I think it's a very good base. So not much more to say about this one other than let's give it a rating. So Wurlitzer from Hop Butcher, I'm going to give this a high 4 to 5. We'll go 4.05 out of 5. That's where I land with this one. Really good. If you're in the Chicago area and you can hit up the tap room or retail store and they have cans of this and you like Hefeweizens, give it a go. Especially if you like coconut. I think this, again, has a little bit of influence from the Sabro, not too much, but I think it changes this beer from just a base Hefeweizen to like a little bit more of a complex and different Hefeweizen. Tasting notes, they say creamy banana. I said they were going to say ripe banana, so did I get 50% on that because I said banana? Yeah, creamy banana, yeah, ripe banana, overripe banana, whatever. Snappy wheat, I believe I said crisp wheat. I think I said crisp wheat in the nose. In the taste, yeah, you get the wheat, but like it kind of gets lost with everything else. So snappy wheat, I'll allow it. And then pleasant clove. So I'm basically 3 for 3, or I guess like 1.5 for 3, because I said ripe banana instead of creamy banana. I said crisp wheat instead of snappy wheat, and I said just clove as opposed to pleasant clove. So yeah, not too bad. Price point, I have no idea. I don't know what they're charging. I would hope, you know, Hefeweizen like this is like 12, 13 bucks, maybe 14 at the most. Yeah, I would hope it's in that area. So if anybody picked this up at the brewery, at the tap room, at the retail store, let me know what you paid for a 4-pack. And availability, like I said, I'm pretty sure, unless someone out there wants to correct me, this is exclusive at their tap room retail store. So I don't think this made distro pretty much outside of their own brewery. So yeah, and I think this is on tap as well. So you could just go to the brewery, get some. And if you want to take some home after tasting it, you can. I don't know if they're sold out or anything. By the time I post this, they might be. Anyway, huge thanks to Hop Butcher once again for this beer. If anybody out there has had this one, post in the comment section. Let me know what you thought about it. Till the next one. Cheers.